guys get 2.72? Which lands right here, which means we reject the null. And what? And reject the claim. That they are equal. Obviously, if this was a AP test, I'd be saying that the percentage of people in passenger cars that wear safety belts is equal to the percentage of people in pickup trucks that wear safety belts. But apparently, there is a statistical noticeable difference between the amount of people who, like, if you drive a pickup truck, you are less likely to wear your seatbelt. Or should I say, it doesn't necessarily affect, that's something called, it is a correlation. It's not a causation. So driving a pickup truck does not make you not wear a safety belt, but there is a correlation there in the sense that the type of people who want to drive a pickup truck more often will not wear their safety belt than the type of people who want to drive a passenger car. That makes sense? The pickup doesn't cause it. The type of person you are, the same type of person who would do that might do this as well. Okay. Or at least less often than a person in a passenger car. Okay. On this one, we're going to do it with our calculator. And in your homework, I want you to do, there's 4 of them. Let's have you do 1 of them with actually doing all the steps by hand, and then the other 3 you can use a calculator for, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start by writing out my H sub O and H sub A. A medical research team conducted a study to test the effect of cholesterol-reducing medication. At the end of the study, the researchers found that out of 4,700 randomly selected subjects who took the medication, 301 died of heart disease. Of 4,300, by the way, this is a real study. This is from the New England Journal of Medicine. Out of 4,300 randomly selected subjects who took the placebo, 357 died of the heart disease. This is like exactly the kind of math that statisticians use to prove that medicines are effective or not. So the question is, obviously, this is more than this, right? And this is less than this. So 301 out of 4,700 who took the medicine, 357 out of 4,300. And the question is that statistically significant? By the way, usually medical results are tested at 5%. But this one's testing at 1%. So can you support the claim that the death rate due to heart disease is lower for those who took the medication than the other ones? All right, so P1, P2. Let's see, lower. So the proportion is lower. Wait, no, this one's lower. This one is greater than or equal to. Today in Math 9, my projector turned blue for a little bit, and the kids were like, what? And then they go, how old is that thing? And I said, well, it was like installed before I got here. And they were like, whoa, that's so old. And I was like, just 10 years. And they're like, wow, that's crazy old. And I was like, it's working okay. Just turned blue for a minute. Give it a break. All right, let's do this all through your calculator. So go to stat, tests. What one do you think we're going to pick?
I don't know. Tough choice.
Which one?
I don't know. 2? 1, 2?
two proportions, because we have two proportions probably.
One.
No, two proportions is right. That's right, because we have two proportions. See, two groups?
Hey.
I'm like, do you think it's two proportions? And he's like, nope, 1, you got me. All right, now notice that this one doesn't require p hat 1 or p hat 2 because it's going to calculate it by itself. So you just have to do your x's and your n's. And then we're going to say we want it left-tailed and draw. You gotta get that stuff out of there. Okay, so I got a z-score of negative 3.46. You guys get the same thing? Draw a quick little bell curve. This is a left-tailed test. Now, I could, if I don't want to compare z-scores, I could already say 0.1, if I look at that p-value, the p-value on my calculator, do you see how it says 3e to the negative 4? That means moving the decimal place 4 times. So it would be 0.0004. And obviously that's the smaller one, which means that it's falling way over here, which means we reject the null and accept the claim that the medicine essentially works, that less people die when they're on this medicine. If you wanted to look up the actual number, I believe it's, if you look up on A16, 0.01, it would be negative 2.33. And this would be negative 3.46. So that obviously hit the rejection region, which is why you reject the null. Did you guys understand what I was doing up here with the p-value thing? Justin, did you get the right z-score?
Yeah.
How about you, Nathan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it for the lesson. Homework's at the bottom.